the Romans, in the name of Allah, the merciful, the beneficent. Well, more like Byzantiums, but Alif Lam Mim. The Romans have been defeated in the near land, and they, after their defeat, will be victorious. You know, the lowest part of the earth, and that's where they were defeated. And the word, you know, the Byzantine Roman Empire, the same Arabic word was referred to both of them, whether they were divided at the time or not. Within 10 years, a laws is the command in the former case, and in the latter, and in that day believers will rejoice, and Allah's help to victory. He helpeth to victory whom he will. He is the mighty, the merciful. It is a promise of Allah. Allah faileth not his promise, but most of mankind know not. They know only some appearance of the life of the world, and are heedless of the hereafter. Have they not pondered upon themselves? Allah created not the heavens and the earth, and that which is between them, save with truth, and for a destined end. But truly many of mankind are disbelievers in the meeting with their Lord. Have they not traveled in the land and seen the nature of the consequences for those who were before them? They were stronger than these in power, and they dug the earth and built upon it more than these had built. Messengers of their own came unto them with clear proofs. Surely Allah wronged them not, but they did wrong themselves. Then evil was the consequence to those who dealt in evil, because they denied the revelations of Allah and made a mock of them. Allah produceth creation, then he reproduceth it, then unto him ye will be returned, and in the day when the hour riseth, the unrighteous will despair. There will be none to intercede for them, and those whom they made equal with Allah, and they will reject their partners. In the day when the hour cometh, in that day they will be sundered. As for those who believed and did good works, they will be made happy in a garden. But as for those who disbelieved and denied our revelations and denied the meeting of the hereafter, such will be brought to doom. So glory be to Allah when ye enter the night and when ye enter the morning. Unto him be praise in the heavens and the earth, and at the sun's decline, and in the noonday. He bringeth forth the living from the dead, and he bringeth forth the dead from the living, and he reviveth the earth after her death, and even so will ye be brought forth. And of his signs is this: he created you of dust, and behold, you human beings, ranging widely. And of his signs is this: he created for you mates from yourselves, that ye might find rest in them, and he ordained between you love and mercy. Lo, herein indeed are portents for folk who reflect. Verse 21 is one that a lot of people like to include in the marriage sermon. And of his signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the difference in your languages and colors. Lo, herein indeed are portents for men of knowledge. And of his signs is your slumber by night, and by day in your seeking of his bounty. Lo, herein indeed are portents for folk who take heed. And of his signs is this: he showeth you the lightning for a fear, and for a hope, and sendeth down water from the sky, and thereby quickeneth the earth after her death. Lo, herein indeed are portents for folk who understand. And of his signs is this: the heavens and the earth stand fast by his command, and afterward, when he calleth you, lo, from the earth, ye will emerge. Unto him belongeth whosoever is in the heavens and in the earth, all are obedient unto him. He it is who produceth creation, then reproduceth it, and it is easier for him. He is the sublime similitude in the heavens and the earth. He is the mighty, the wise. He coineth for you a similitude of yourselves. Have ye from among those whom your right hands possess partners in the wealth we have bestowed upon you, equal with you in respect thereof, so that ye fear them as ye fear each other? Ye ascribe unto us partners out of that which we created. Thus, we display the revelations for people who have sense, And remember, we're using the gender neutral. You fear them as you fear each other. That you ascribe unto us partners, out of which we created. I think that looks, yeah, that looks like the parentheses. Yeah, I think that's something implied. Nay, but those who do wrong follow their own lusts without knowledge, who is able to guide him unto whom Allah sent astray. For such there are no helpers. Verse 30. So set thy purpose for religion as a man, by nature upright, the nature of Allah in which he hath created man. There's no altering Allah's creation, that is the right religion, but most men know not. We're talking about all human beings here being responding to this, but we are created, our nature, our true nature, is the best of things. But people can be so misled that they think whatever they've been led to is natural, because it seems natural to them. But we're not supposed to take off the natural man. We're supposed to put back on the natural man. Turning unto him, and be careful of your duty unto him, and establish worship, and be not those who ascribe partners of those who split up their religion and become schismatics, each sect exulting in its tenets. And when harm touches man, they cry unto their Lord, turning to him in repentance. Then when they have tasted of his mercy, behold, some of them attribute partners to their Lord, so as to disbelieve in that which we have given them. Enjoy yourselves a while, but ye will come to know, or have we revealed unto them any warrant which speaketh of that which they associate with him? And when we cause mankind to taste of mercy, they rejoice therein. But if an evil thing befall them as the consequence of their own deeds, lo, they are in despair. Now there's the royal we that's used here. But an important thing about the royal we in reference to God is that everything except those of free agency everything's completely submissive to God. And those with free agency, no matter how evil they get, there's something about them that doesn't quite rebel, now does it? Their very natures, their actual natures at the very least. And that's where a lot of consequences and stuff come from and whatnot. But, see they not that Allah enlargeth the provision for whom he will, and straiten it? Lo, here indeed are portents for folk who believe, so give to the kinsman his due, and to the needy and to the wayfarer that is best for those who seek Allah's countenance. And such are they who are successful, that which ye give in usury, in order that it may increase on people's property, hath no increase with the law, but that which ye give in charity, seeking Allah's countenance, hath increase manifold. Allah is he who created you, and then sustained you, and then caused you to die, then giveth life to you again. Is there any of your partners that doth aught of that? Praise and exalted be he above what they associate. Corruption doth appear on the land and the sea, because of which men's hands have done, that he may make them taste a part of that which they have done, in order that they may return. Say, travel in the land and see the nature of the consequence. For those who were before you, most of them were misassociators. I'm sorry if I missed some of the references to idolaters, but it goes beyond that. Anybody who misassociates things about God. Partners, more than one in one, more than one divinity, deity, that sort of thing. So set thy purpose resolutely for the right religion, before the inevitable day cometh from Allah. On that day mankind will be sundered. Whoso disbelieveth must bear the consequences of his disbelief, while those who do right make provision for themselves, that he may reward out of his bounty those who believe and do good works. Lo, he loveth not the disbelievers. And of his signs is this: he sendeth herald winds to make you taste his mercy, and that his ships may sail at his command, and that ye may seek his grace, and that haply ye may be thankful. Verily we sent before thee messengers to their own folk. They brought them clear proofs. Then we took vengeance upon those who were guilty. To help believers is incumbent upon us. Allah is he who sendeth the winds, so that they raise clouds, and spreadeth them along the sky, as pleaseth him, and causeth them to break, and thou seest the rain downpouring from within them, and when he maketh it to fall on whom he will of his bondmen, lo, they rejoiced, even though before that, even before it was sent down upon them, they were in despair. Look therefore at the Prince of Allah's mercy, and how he quickeneth the earth after her death. Lo, he verily is the quickener of the dead, and he is able to do all things. And if we sent a wind, and they beheld it yellow, they verily would still continue in their disbelief. For verily thou canst not make the dead to hear, nor canst thou make the deaf to hear the call, when they have turned to flee, nor canst thou guide the blind out of their error. Now thou canst make none to hear, save those who believe in our revelations, so that they surrender. Allah is he who shaped you out of weakness, then appointed after weakness strength, then after strength appointed weakness and gray hair. He createth what he will. He is the knower, the mighty. And on the day when the hour riseth, the guilty will vow that they did tarry but an hour, and thus were they ever deceived. But those to whom knowledge and faith are given will say, the truth is, ye have tarried by Allah's decree until the day of resurrection, and this is the day of resurrection, but ye used not to know. In that day their excuses will not profit those who did injustice, nor will they be allowed to make amends. Verily we have coined for mankind in the Qur'an all kinds of similitudes, and indeed if thou camest unto them with a miracle, those who disbelieve would verily exclaim, ye are but tricksters. Thus doth Allah seal the hearts of those who know not. So have patience. Allah's promise is the very truth, and let not those who have no certainty make thee impatient. And one of the things is nowadays, and the New Agers talk about a pantacle, and this doesn't start with a whole New Age but something that represents all one's beliefs, everything good and true, material, spiritual, what we're supposed to do, what we're not supposed to do. Perhaps not immediately, but I can always find a connection to the Quran somewhere. And so people are going to take. I mentioned that thing earlier. It's like Hindu. Hindu at the time of Muhammad and the generations to follow him wasn't a title for a religion. It was a title for a race. But okay, if Hindu, only one area, it's general things. It's like the Persian. The Persian Empire never included all the people that we might consider Persians.